World of Warcraft is over 20 years old, and while I did get introduced to it at the age of 14, I never had the money for a subscription until today. So that's why I'm finally going to get to live out my teenage dream and explore Azeroth for the first time. Join me as I embark on the World of Warcraft classic Cataclysm experience.
Emboldened by the return of their heroic king, Varian Wrynn, the proud humans of Stormwind led the Alliance to victory in its war against the dreaded Lich King. While successful, the campaign in Northrend proved costly, and the humans now seek to bolster their strategic holdings throughout the world. Under Varian's daring leadership, humanity now braces itself for a renewed conflict with its perennial enemy, the Horde. Yet, as the great cataclysm rips across the world, familiar threats have once again arisen closer to home. It now falls to you to defend the kingdom and uphold the honor of humanity.
All right, we are finally in World of Warcraft Cataclysm. But before we jump in, if you've seen part 1 of the War Within playthrough, this is going to be very similar. I'm here to have a good time, play the quests, read the dialogue, go through things at my own pace, really explore Azeroth and sink my teeth into it like I wanted to do 16 years ago. Now, with that being said, there's 2 things to note. 1, Joyous Journeys is active at the time of recording because everyone's getting ready for Mists of Pandaria Classic. And if you guys do like this playthrough and we hit max level before it comes out, we'll definitely play Mists of Pandaria as well. So our our experience is increased by 50%, which is great. Second thing, Cataclysm is technically the first expansion I was around for when it came out. Now, I was introduced to WoW during Wrath of the Lich King, and I'm pretty sure I've made a video about that on the channel before, but the long and skinny of it is my best friend and I were at lunch, we were having a little conversation, and I said, "You play World of Warcraft?" in a joking manner, and he said, "No, you're gonna come over and see it." Showed me it, fell in love with it. At the time, because I didn't know anything, I would call Illidan Kill Jaden, and he used to get mad at me. It was pretty fun. But Cataclysm was the first expansion I was truly invested in the game for. So I'm really excited to dive in and start playing. Enough with all the talk. There is one thing I have to do. I have to put subtitles on and make sure auto loot is on. So if you come down here to controls, auto loot, click that on. If you haven't played WoW, basically it means when you click an enemy's corpse to loot them, it takes all the stuff instead of you having to click through it manually. And interface, is it interface? No, it'll be graphics. Primary window full screen, 1920. Good high, sunshaft low. All right, so I'm probably going to change all of this when I do the next episode because I have to go through NVIDIA to get that all settled. Where is, oh, is it under audio? It probably is. Loop. There we go. Dialogue. Is there no? Huh. Is there no? Am I just wrong? Camera shake. Is there no subtitle option or am I just missing it? Dialogue, music, loop effects, sound effects, speech errors, sound in the background, distance, graphics. Right, advanced, receiver, grandpa, interface. I like having my name over there. Yeah, critters and companions, we like. All right, I absolutely don't. Oh, here, hold on. Search. Sub. Oh, no, cinematic subtitles is on. That's weird. And macros. Okay, so the macro I used in retail for some reason isn't working here, but we just switched to combat log, so it should just disappear for most of the time. All right, well, here is Eritol, our human warrior, and we're going to start this game up. So you're the new recruit from Stormwind, eh? I'm Marshal McBride, commander of this garrison. Glad to have you on board. Eritol. It is Eritol, right? You arrived just in time. The Blackrock orcs have managed to sneak into Northshire through a break in the mountain. My soldiers are doing the best that they can to push them back, but I fear they will be overwhelmed soon. Head northwest into the forest and kill attacking Blackrock wargs. Help my soldiers.
Be careful.
Yeah, all right, cool. So as you can see these little swords up here, I do have a couple add-ons, and I'll show you them real quick. We've got Scrap. This just clears out junk from our bags, and then we have Questy, which will help us keep track of all our quests, how many quests there are in the zone, things of that nature. All right, let's go kill some of these wargs. Or spank, however you want to put it. So we have two. So we have strike and attack. Strike requires a melee rep. Oh, okay. All right, so strike requires rage. There we go. And you see there goes auto loot at its best. I've never played, much like my retail playthrough, I've never played a melee class. So this is going to be an entirely new experience. I was originally going to play Paladin, and I was talking it over with a friend, and he said that he thinks that Warrior was really good in Cata and Mop, and Cata was when he played Warrior for the first time, and he's played Warrior as his main ever since. So I figured, why not? I'll give it a try. Especially because I might play Paladin on Classic Anniversary Realms, which is the vanilla version of the game. Alright, we'll take that, Warg. Ding. So we are going to level up relatively quicker than originally, again, because this 50% buff is placed on us by default, and I don't believe you can turn that off. We need to get another war. Here you go. You're too far away. I need more rage. Sounds like Xemnas from Kingdom Hearts 2. I need more rage. I need more hearts. There's an armorer there. We'll deal with him later. We got a little mage, Denmagio.
Need help?
Okay.
For the Alliance.
You've bought us a little time, Eritol, but we've got even bigger problems to deal with now. And we get the Warg Handler's Glove. Nice.
Bless you.
The invading orcs aren't fools. They're sizing us up, making sure that when they attack, it will be to their advantage. In the forest to the northwest are Blackrock spies. They peer at us through spy glasses, watching our every move. Waiting. I want you to take the fight to them. Kill the Blackrock spies. We must show them that we know they are watching us and that we are prepared. All right, nice. And then we get a belt for our troubles. So let's open the bag with B. We're going to click those gloves on, as you can see here. If you click this character information, it'll give us all of our stats and everything like that. Cataclysm changed a lot of stuff, and that's what some people mark as the beginning of modern WoW. Again, I was there when Cata was announced and when it launched, and that's when I played most of my starter accounts, free accounts, beginner accounts, however you wanted to put them. But again, once you got to level 20, you couldn't really do much. What is this? Blackrock special. There should be one. Ooh, we have charge. Hold up. Where is charge? This is all new to me again. Bear with me as I go through this. Oh, I have to go see my trainer. All right, we'll go do that later. The only form of WoW that I've had the most experience with is retail. I do have a level 80 character and a fresh alt that we are running through to go into War Within with and level up. If you're interested in that playthrough, I'll put a card up in the corner somewhere by either my portrait or by the mini-map. Does this let me? Okay, so no. So you can't zoom the mini-map like you can in retail. Where am I going? Oh, there's a spy. I see you, spy. You can't run from Eritol, proud son of the Alliance. And we're halfway done and we got 1 copper. I am really excited to go through Cataclysm and Classic Era, mainly because, like I said in the intro, I've never played them. I didn't get to experience this version of WoW firsthand. Only by proxy through my best friend at the time. Which, if you're watching this, King, shout out. Thank you for letting me use your account when we were kids. I would go to his house for a sleepover and he would let me make an alt on his account. And that's how I experienced WoW. And he would sit there and coach me and guide me through it. And he's actually the reason why I play Warlock. I remember I had made a Blood Elf Warlock and he strictly played Horde. And he still does. And he said to me, and I quote, when I made the character, he goes, I'm gonna let you make this character, but there's one condition. You cannot play Alliance. You have to play on Horde. I said, okay. So I looked at the Orcs and the Tauren and the Trolls. And I wasn't, and the Undead, and I wasn't feeling them. So I picked a Blood Elf. And this man's looked at me and said, did you pick the Blood Elves because they look most like humans? And I said, yes. And now, in most RPGs, I play a human, and he does not let me live it down. I recently played through Baldur's Gate. I talked about that on my podcast. And he made fun of me because I played a human paladin. But it was a great time. All right, let's turn this in.
Bless you.
Excellent work, Eritol. You've turned out to be quite the asset to this garrison. It's time for you to train.
Be careful.
I was asked to bring this to your attention as soon as you returned from dealing with the Blackrock spies. Eritol. It appears to be a letter sealed with an... Oh, there was a comma there. I messed it up. It's okay. I'm learning. My director would have gotten pissed at me in college. It appears to be a letter sealed with the insignia of Lane, our local warrior trainer. I wouldn't hesitate to read it before you go about any other business here in the Abbey. Yeah, sure. Lane Beshier can be found at the Hall of Arms inside the Northshire Abbey, directly behind Marshal McBride. That's what Marshal McBride looks like. He looks a little worse for wear. Let's turn this. First, we're going to put our belt on. You pop open the character menu. You can right-click like I did with the gloves, or you can click and drag, and it'll put it... Oh, dude, we're looking good. We're looking good. Look at that. That low resolution. All right, there used to be... No, that's an add-on that lets you sort your bag. All right, let's click. Let's read this. Tell me, warrior, have you heard an orc scream yet? Perhaps defended your home from gnolls as they seek to tear your throat out? Yeah, sounds harsh, doesn't it? Well, you're gonna need my help if you want to protect your loved ones. You'll find me inside the Abbey in Northshire. My knowledge doesn't come cheap, but if you're experienced enough, I can train you in a number of styles and moves that will help you fight off the threats to Stormwind and beyond. Lane Berkshire, warrior trainer, excuse me. Alright. Let's go see what this trainer can teach me. Hello? Oh. Wounded trainee. Well, I guess he wasn't cut out for... Oh, wait. Nope, wrong way. Ah, there he is. Lane Bashir.
What can I do for you? See you later.
Ah, you got my letter, Eritol. Good. There's been an influx of warriors in Elwyn recently, which is good for Stormwind, but bad for the orcs in the area.
Be careful.
Get yourself squared away, learn the layout of the land, and come back to me whenever you need training. I'll be here night or day. The Knights of the Silver Hand have done well in making this place fairly safe, but as you meet the other citizens, I think you'll find they all have problems they could use some help with. Help a warrior can give them. I keep messing up. I have to pay attention. I'm rushing through this dialogue. I can hear my acting teacher, Steven, in the background go, Antonio, why is it that you always... It's as if you want to rush off stage. Actually said that to me once. Complete quest. Ding! Level 4. Nice. And now that you've had a chance to test your abilities in battle, it's time to show you a new combat technique. Charge. As a warrior, it's important to use every advantage at your disposal to get the upper hand in battle. What better way to do that than by charging into battle and stunning your opponent? I'll show you how it's done, and then I want you to go try it on one of the training dummies south of the entrance to the Abbey. Alright.
Have a good one.
Alright.
Hey there.
Battle stance, charge. Oh, so this is our battle stance down here. Balanced combat stance increases damage by 5%, decreases damage by 5%. And we also have victory rush, but as you can see, we need to be level 5, and it's going to cost us a silver and 35 copper to learn. So, oh no, it's going to cost 57. Yeah, that's right. So we don't have a lot of money right now. We'll get more.
For the Alliance.
All right, let's go take care of this. Oh, wait. We have to manually put it in. There it is. Move these on the bars a little bit. I'll probably get used to how I want them laid out as we continue through the playthrough. And if you've played Warrior and you have any early advice on what I should be doing, feel free to let me know down below. I can't guarantee that I'll listen. I'm a bit stubborn. But I can guarantee that I will at least read it and take it into consideration. Right here. We're too close. Wham! Shh, boom. Got him. Alright, so this is the auto attack button. There we go, we're gonna finish this. We're gonna finish this training dummy off even though we don't have to. Pause. Alright, cool. We destroyed a training dummy. Back to our trainer. Excuse me, Marshal. Important warrior business to take care of, you understand.
Greetings. See you later.
You're a quick learner, Eritol. Return to me as you grow stronger and I'll show you other combat techniques.
Be careful.
Sergeant, dude, look at this guy. Look at that. That dude is sick looking. I want to look like him when I grow up. While you were out training, I received an urgent message from Sergeant Willem. Turns out the Blackrock orcs have hired goblin assassins. They ambushed our battalion behind the abbey. Willem has asked me to send him a hero. You have to go and help them, Eritol. Find Sergeant Willems north of the abbey at the command tent. Go. Oh man, this is important. The goblins are invading? We don't want that. It's bad enough the orcs are here. Well, I don't know. I always like having this zoomed in view rather than, I mean, you see people playing World of Warcraft all the way out here top down like it's an RTS, and I guess that's fine if that's what you're into. You also do a little first person action, but I like it right about there.
Good day to you.
It's true. We were ambushed. I don't dare send any more soldiers out there and risk losing them too. I need a volunteer, someone willing to risk their life. Excuse me. Have you ever seen a goblin, Eritol? They're wretched little green-skinned monsters that love only two things: gold and themselves. The Blackrock orcs have enlisted the aid of goblin assassins to kill our soldiers. If you look to the field in the north, you can barely make out their silhouettes sneaking about the grass. I need you to head out there and kill every goblin that you see. They need to learn that nobody messes with the Alliance.
Have a good one.
All right. Oh, Brother Paxton. Good day to you.
What can I do for you?
Have you embraced the holy light yet, brother? It is through the holy light that we are saved. It is through the holy light that I am able to heal these overly demanding soldiers. And it is through the holy light that you will be able to venture out into the fields to the north and rescue our fallen brothers. Take this prayer book with you into the field and cast the light's healing touch on the injured. Oh, we got a chest piece? Yeah, sure, why not? I'll do it. I will heal those who need it. Right click on it. Oh, there he is. Wham! Filthy little goblin.
You can't do that.
You will pay the price for attacking the Alliance. Ah, brother. It's time for you to return to battle. Very well. He dodged. How could you dodge that?
That ability isn't ready yet.
Whoa!
That's what you get. More fallen troops. Are you well? Yes, you do live to fight another day, and there's fighting to be done. They're all around these mines, aren't they? Yes, blessed be the light. You are not out of the fight yet, brother. Evil shall fear you, and it shall rue the day that it decided to set foot into Elwyn Forest.
I can't do that yet.
We gotta wait for it to charge. Wait, here we go. Wham! Right into it. Right into the strike. Finish him off. Pause.
That ability isn't ready yet. Not ready yet.
Nice. They're taking care of the goblin problems as well. We can use all the fighters we have. Two more goblins. And I've got my eyes on one. Look at them sneaking and slinking about. All right. Let us turn our quests in. Brother Paxton, I have healed our fallen allies.
You need something?
I think you now understand the power of the light. The light giveth hope, brother, and the light taketh from the darkness. Blessed be the light!
See you later.
And we got a chest piece from that. That's pretty big, not gonna lie.
How are you?
That will teach those monsters. They'll think twice before taking another mercenary job for orcs. And we got boots, 28 armor.
Safe travels.
Alright, Sergeant. Before we do that, I think it is time we
Have a good one.
equip our new gear before we prepare for the upcoming battle.